Alright guys, hello and welcome back to our journey to level 99. We have a league right now with Underdog, Secret, and Gamble, but we also have a tournament with Elixir and Regen, and we definitely want to regenerate ourselves. So we're going to go right into the tournament. Wow, we're actually seeded. Along with the Kilika beasts, we could face them. It's a possibility. Wedge's contract with the Ronso Fangs has expired. Blappa signing a contract. Newbie Ronso's contract expired. He's back. That's good. Albert Sykes win 1-0. Guado Glories win 3-2. So we are going to be facing off against the Albed Sykes. Let's continue playing Blitzball. Hit tournament. Let's go right back in. This is actually going to make it a little bit more difficult because we need to be the top scorer. And being seeded when you're going for the top scorer prize, not always what you would prefer. As ridiculous as that sounds, that actually does make it a little bit more difficult for us. So let's I don't know. I'm so torn. Like I'm trying to think like how aggressive we need to go. Like because I do really want Larbite to get experience. I want to use him as much as I can, but I also don't want to not get the prize. I don't want to miss the prize I'm exclusively playing this tournament for. You know. I don't know. It's like it's a challenging prospect. But we got Kyuri in the midfield. She's gonna take the tackle from Vorja. She's actually gonna go for the shot here. Very poor decision. Even if there's no one in front of her, like this is just, I mean, bad. Like not even objectively. Like this is just, you know, no one could say that was a smart idea. Pass is gonna go all the way to Iskin, and now we've got a question on our hands. How do we want to proceed? I think we take the tackle and then go for the pass to sleep. Nettis here. I think that makes the most amount of sense. Oh, I guess I probably shouldn't have passed there. That was a mistake. I was thinking weird things. For some reason, I thought like I had a nap pass on Larbite and that he was gonna like just kill it, and none of that happened. It was the complete opposite. We got a little bit wrecked, to say the least. Well, hey, at least no one got put to sleep. That's always a benefit. So let's pull Kyuri over here. See, it's difficult because we got to figure out how we want to do this, and we don't want their player waking up just from us swimming around. But I mean, their player waking up, definitely a possibility with the way we're playing this. I think I've decided I am gonna go for the Iskin like forward. Like he's gonna try to do things and win the game, and you know, have a good time. Probably should have taken one tackle here. This is very, very greedy. And I do get punished for it. Definitely a mistake on my part. I should have just accepted that. I'm just going to have to get tackled at least once. Didn't go for that. But we do get a technique out of it. It was all planned. That was exactly what I thought would happen. Never ever doubt me. That's what I'm saying. I'm sticking to it. Such a weird scenario because I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I guess they're always just doing nonsense. Pass to Nettis is going to fumble and go to my defender. Kolkin claims the ball. And then with Kolkin with the ball, we're just going to pass to Iskin and see if we can get a goal. We definitely want to get a goal in the first half. We don't want to be kind of hanging around. And they have Durin, and as we know, Durin's an absolute monster. So we prefer not to have to deal with him too much. Take the tackle. We just have to double tackle here because if we don't, then it's just a bad time. Looks like we do mess up the copy there, unfortunately. But we make it. There it is, 1-0. That was a little bit hairy there. That definitely wasn't picture perfect. That wasn't textbook. That wasn't anything that you would recommend happen. But we through fighting, blood, sweat, tears, we got there. Let's go for the nap tackle here. If we can get a turnover, oh my gosh, this is big. This is big, guys. See, this is exactly what we needed because we can get back-to-back goals if we're lucky here. And napping Kyuri there, critical to our plan. Plan of Blitzball domination right here. No guarantee this makes it, but pretty good chances. There it is, 2-0. So we kind of made up for our earlier blunders, making it 2-0 already, and that gets us in a good spot for top scorer. One of the biggest things we can do in these games to get top scorer is hold them to 0 points, because it's literally impossible for them to beat us if we're scoring and they're at 0. Like, you know, mathematically it just doesn't check out for them. Kyuri pushing here. Obviously there's gonna be an encounter, and it's not gonna be super favorable for Kyuri. She's living the dream pushing like that. That was very bold. A little bit of experience for them, level up for Lake Am, a little bit of experience for us, mostly for Iskin, and then a level up for Iskin and Borja, technique for Nizrut, as you saw. I think that was Nizrut. Let's go right into the second half. No, that's actually fine. I don't think we need to do anything too crazy. I guess we can do anti-venom. I don't know. I'm just surprised Nizrut learned a technique, because he's so underleveled so much. At a certain point, we probably should bring him into the field. That was mentioned on a previous video. Someone had mentioned, like, hey, you should probably bring Nizrut into the field. And I'm like, you know, you're probably right. Like, he's gonna... I mean, it's not like we don't have evidence to prove that if we don't do that, he's gonna be super underleveled. Like, we've had so many journeys at this point. So to a certain degree, you got to be like, man, you've got mounds of evidence on how this game's gonna go if you continue this way. So bring him into the field, give him an opportunity. I would probably be Vorja swapping out for Nizrut. I actually don't even, honestly, I'm a little bit of ashamed. I don't actually remember Nizrut's stats outside of, like, being a goalie, because I never really consider him anything else, so I never bother, like, checking, like, oh, can he actually tackle? A lot of goalies are just awful at everything they could possibly do, but some are not. Like, Jamal's one that we had to face in a challenge video, and he wasn't too bad at other roles, you know? I wouldn't necessarily always select him for, like, being a defender, but he's not bad at it. He's got pretty decent attack. You know, he puts up a fight. He kicked our butts. So, I mean, he can't be all bad, right? So, Kyuri pushing midfield here. We got 3 points with this skin, and that is very, very good. I mean, the biggest benefit there is that we got them all with the same player. So, I mean, that just sets us up for a lot of success on the top scorer prize. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't actually remember, though, if we can learn Regen. If we can't, then this is a little bit, you know, a little bit of time wasted. But we've got to try, right? Like, we gotta give it the effort. We can't just assume that we're not going to learn something and, you know, put our heads down in shame. So yeah, let's fight for this technique. Speaking of techniques leveling up and journeys, let's actually start passing between our backline. I know we don't do this very often, but I do want to level up Kulkin and Deem a little bit. I don't know. I never know when to incorporate, like, the passing, because it is a big part of the series. And I was actually looking over my previous series, like the Perfect Blitzball team and such. And I realized, I think with the Perfect Blitzball team, it was only like 270 episodes. And one of the main reasons for that is a lot of the time I was passing between my team. And I was really, really focused just on the leveling up. So I kind of put that to the wayside for a lot of these games. But I do still need to consider it as a thing to do. Just because, you know, we wanna have a good defensive, like, position with our team. I don't know. I always level up the defenders first, and it's just really good because it's a good defense. It's just really good to have. You know, there's less back and forth. It's not like you score, they score, you score, they score. Like, it's more solid to maintain ball control than it is to score a billion goals in Blitzball. There's also the argument that it's much easier to level them up as well. I mean, as you guys can see, like, they're not trying to stop us at all, because there's no reason to. Like, they generally kind of stick to their side of the goal at a certain point in the game. Not immediately. Like, if we started out the half doing this, there's a really good chance that they would try to interrupt us. But since we've already, like, played the game a little bit, they're just in a weird position where they're not going to kind of intercept us. Obviously, no way we can do this with the forwards. I mean, trust me, I've tried. I've tried like all sorts of like weird, wacky things to see if I can somehow like. I think one of the things I was trying to see if I could trick the AI by putting my players behind their goal where they were in their positions like they are in, like for defense, and if they would just like not intercept us, but they do. My whole theory was if you sit behind your goal, occasionally the AI will get confused and they won't pursue you at all. So I was thinking like, oh, I wonder if it happens for both goals. So I was trying to get behind their goalie and then make it so that like they would never pursue me, just because it would be kind of cool, you know? Like I mean, I think it's inherently like a glitch or a bug or something not intended, but you know, it's still fun to see if you can do it on the most inefficient way possible on their side of the goal. But yeah, a little bit of experience for our team, a lot of experience for our backline there. You see Colkin, one of the lowest leveled players on this team, level 32 now. More pass, shoot, attack, HP. Deem, more pass, block, catch, HP. Nice. Oh, no, and the Kilika Beast, they lose. Shame. So we are going to be facing the Guado Glories. Ooh, we're tied with Zazzy Guado. That's perfect. We just have to make sure they don't score. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.